Gentlemen, today we're going to tackle a question many of you might have noticed but never fully understood. Why does the penis shrink in cold weather? This is not a myth, nor is it something to be embarrassed about. It's pure biology at work, and understanding it can actually give you insight into your own body's amazing adaptability. The first thing to know is that the penis has no muscles of its own to generate heat. Unlike other parts of your body, it relies entirely on blood flow to maintain temperature and function. When the environment becomes cold, your body's primary goal shifts to survival. Your brain prioritizes keeping your vital organs, like your heart, lungs, and kidneys, warm and protected. This triggers a reflex called vasoconstriction. Essentially, your blood vessels shrink, reducing blood flow to areas that aren't critical for immediate survival. The penis is highly vascular, meaning it contains a lot of blood vessels. In cold conditions, blood retreats from these vessels to keep your core temperature stable. As the blood supply decreases, the penis naturally retracts and appears smaller. Next, let's talk about smooth muscle contraction. The penis contains smooth muscle in the tissue surrounding the erectile chambers. In cold conditions, these muscles contract to minimize heat loss, pulling the penis closer to the body. This is why you notice shrinkage in the winter or in cold showers. It's not just about appearance. This is a protective mechanism, almost like a built-in thermal insulation system. Another fascinating aspect is the role of the cremaster muscle. This tiny muscle runs along the spermatic cord and reacts to temperature changes by pulling the testes and penis closer to the body for warmth. This same reflex also explains why the scrotum tightens up in the cold. It's all about optimizing conditions for sperm health and overall reproductive function. Now, don't panic if it seems dramatic. This is completely normal. The penis is incredibly elastic and resilient. Once you return to a warmer environment, blood flow returns, the smooth muscles relax, and everything goes back to its normal size and function. Your body is designed to handle these temporary fluctuations with zero long-term impact. Understanding this phenomenon can also help men be more mindful of their health. Chronic exposure to extreme cold without proper protection can affect circulation over time. So while this shrinkage is natural, taking care of your body, wearing appropriate clothing, and avoiding prolonged cold exposure are small steps to maintain overall penile health. In summary, penis shrinkage in cold weather is a combination of survival-driven biology, vasoconstriction, smooth muscle contraction, and the cremaster reflex. It's your body's way of keeping you alive, protecting your reproductive organs, and ensuring optimal functioning. So the next time it happens, don't worry. It's a sign that your body is working perfectly as it should. When your body is exposed to cold, one of the first responses it triggers is something called vasoconstriction, which is simply the narrowing of blood vessels. This is a natural survival mechanism, and it happens in order to preserve your body's core temperature and protect vital organs like the heart, lungs, and kidneys. The penis, like your fingers or toes, is considered an extremity. While it might feel inconvenient when it shrinks, this response is actually a sign that your body is working exactly as it should. The blood that normally flows freely into the penis is redirected toward your core, where it is needed most to maintain warmth and keep essential organs functioning properly. The result is a noticeable reduction in size that can seem dramatic, but is completely normal and temporary. This narrowing of blood vessels doesn't happen randomly. Your nervous system senses a drop in temperature and sends signals to the tiny muscles lining the blood vessels. These muscles tighten, constricting the passageways that carry blood to peripheral areas like your hands, feet, and penis. By reducing blood flow in these areas, the body conserves heat and energy, which is crucial for survival in cold environments. The penis, being highly vascular with a large network of blood vessels, shows this effect very clearly. Less blood flow equals less engorgement, and visually the penis appears to shrink. It's important to understand that this is a temporary and completely reversible process. Once your body senses warmth again, the blood vessels relax, blood flow returns to normal, and the penis regains its usual size. This shows just how adaptive the human body is. It prioritizes survival without causing permanent damage. In fact, this vasoconstriction is a protective strategy, safeguarding your reproductive organs against extreme cold, which could otherwise affect sperm health and overall function. Interestingly, this phenomenon is not just limited to humans. Many mammals exhibit similar responses. When temperatures drop, extremities retract closer to the body, preserving heat for critical areas. The penis and scrotum are particularly sensitive because reproductive health is essential for species survival. This means that what seems like an awkward or embarrassing response is in reality a sophisticated biological adaptation. Understanding vasoconstriction can also give you practical insight into everyday situations. For example, taking cold showers, swimming in cold water, or stepping outside in winter can all trigger this reflex. Rather than feeling alarmed or self-conscious, you can appreciate it as your body's way of protecting you. Clothing choices like wearing thermal layers or insulated underwear help reduce the intensity of this reaction by keeping the area warmer, which allows blood flow to remain more consistent. Ultimately, penis shrinkage in cold weather is not a problem to fix. It's a sign that your body's circulatory and nervous systems are functioning perfectly. It demonstrates the precision of your body's temperature regulation, showing how even small, seemingly inconvenient changes serve a vital purpose. Recognizing this helps remove embarrassment and builds an understanding of your own body's remarkable ability to adapt to environmental stressors. In addition to vasoconstriction, another reason the penis shrinks in cold weather is the contraction of smooth muscles within its structure. Unlike skeletal muscles, which you can consciously control, smooth muscles are involuntary, meaning they respond automatically to signals from your nervous system. The penis contains smooth muscle in the tissue surrounding the erectile chambers, and these muscles are extremely sensitive to changes in temperature. When your body senses cold, these muscles tighten as a protective measure, pulling the penis closer to the body. This contraction is not only about appearance, it serves a very important biological function, minimizing heat loss. When the smooth muscles contract, they reduce the overall surface area exposed to the cold. Since the penis has a high concentration of blood vessels just beneath the skin, it is especially prone to losing heat quickly. By contracting and retracting, the smooth muscles help retain warmth in the core of the body where it is needed most. This is a subtle but sophisticated way your body manages its temperature, demonstrating that even small, seemingly inconsequential parts of your anatomy are part of a larger survival system. This mechanism is also closely linked to blood flow. When smooth muscles contract, they exert pressure on the surrounding blood vessels, further reducing circulation to the penis. This intensifies the shrinkage effect, making the penis appear even smaller than it might from vasoconstriction alone. Yet it's crucial to understand that this process is entirely normal. The penis is not being harmed, and these changes are temporary. As soon as you return to a warmer environment, the smooth muscles relax, blood flow resumes, and the penis returns to its usual size. The contraction of smooth muscles in response to cold is a highly protective feature, particularly for reproductive health. The penis and testes are vulnerable to temperature extremes, and sperm production is highly sensitive to heat and cold. By retracting and minimizing exposure, smooth muscle contraction helps maintain optimal conditions for fertility. This shows how your body has evolved mechanisms that not only protect survival in the moment, but also safeguard long-term reproductive function. It's also interesting to note how this mechanism interacts with other reflexes in the body. For example, the cremaster muscle, which runs along the spermatic cord, works in tandem with the smooth muscles in the penis. While smooth muscles contract to preserve heat, the cremaster muscle pulls the testes and penis closer to the body. Together, these systems form an integrated response to cold, combining muscle contraction and positioning to maximize warmth and protection. Understanding the role of smooth muscle contraction helps demystify what might feel like an embarrassing or inconvenient bodily response. It's not a malfunction or a defect. It's a finely tuned adaptation. Appreciating this allows men to see their bodies in a new light, not as flawed, but as sophisticated, intelligent systems designed for survival and optimal function. In practical terms, maintaining warmth through clothing or limiting prolonged exposure to cold can reduce the intensity of this reaction, but it's always a natural, healthy response. Ultimately, smooth muscle contraction is one of the primary ways the penis protects itself in cold weather. It demonstrates the body's incredible ability to respond automatically to environmental changes while maintaining core health and reproductive functionality. Recognizing this helps normalize the experience, giving men both knowledge and reassurance that their bodies are performing exactly as they should. Another crucial reason the penis appears to shrink in cold weather is the action of the cremaster muscle, a small but highly significant muscle that runs along the spermatic cord. This muscle's primary role is to regulate the temperature of the testes, which is essential for optimal sperm production. However, it doesn't stop there. The cremaster muscle also affects the position and apparent size of the penis. When your body is exposed to cold, the cremaster muscle contracts, pulling the testes and the penis closer to the body to preserve heat. This is why, in winter or cold environments, the penis seems to retract or shrink. It is literally being pulled inward for protection. The cremaster reflex is not under conscious control. It is an involuntary, automatic response triggered by your nervous system as soon as the body senses a drop in temperature. This reflex is extremely fast and efficient. In a matter of seconds, the cremaster muscle can tighten and lift the testes and penis closer to the body's core, minimizing heat loss. The goal here is entirely biological, to ensure that the reproductive organs remain at a temperature conducive to maintaining sperm health and reproductive function. Because sperm production is highly temperature sensitive, even a small drop in temperature could potentially affect fertility. The cremaster reflex is the body's way of preventing this from happening. Interestingly, this reflex also works hand in hand with other protective mechanisms, such as vasoconstriction and smooth muscle contraction. While vasoconstriction reduces blood flow to the penis and smooth muscles contract to minimize exposed surface area, the cremaster muscle physically moves the organ closer to the warmth of the body's core. Together, these mechanisms create a sophisticated, integrated response to cold that optimizes survival and reproductive health. What might seem like a simple, embarrassing shrinkage is actually a sign of your body's intelligence and adaptability. Another fascinating aspect of the cremaster reflex is its responsiveness to not only temperature but also physical stimulation. This is why the reflex can be triggered when the inner thigh is touched lightly. It is highly sensitive to protect the testes from potential danger. In the context of cold weather, the reflex is purely protective. The testes and penis are drawn inward automatically, reducing exposure to harsh environments. This natural movement ensures that reproductive organs are never left vulnerable, even when you are unaware of it. It's important to understand that penis shrinkage caused by the cremaster reflex is entirely temporary and reversible. Once you return to a warmer environment, the muscle relaxes, the testes descend, and the penis returns to its usual size. There is no permanent impact on function or appearance. Recognizing this allows men to appreciate the elegance of the body's design rather than feel embarrassed or concerned. In essence, the cremaster muscle serves as a built-in protective mechanism. It demonstrates how the body prioritizes reproductive health and survival over temporary cosmetic appearance. Every time you feel your penis retract in the cold, it is a reminder of your body's remarkable ability to adapt, protect, and maintain optimal function automatically. Far from being a flaw, this reflex is one of the many ways your body ensures you remain healthy and reproductively capable. No matter the temperature outside, one of the most important things to understand about penis shrinkage in cold weather is that it is entirely temporary and reversible. While it can be surprising or even a little alarming the first time you notice it, the process is completely normal and part of your body's natural survival mechanisms. Once the external temperature rises or your body warms up, blood flow returns to the penis, smooth muscles relax, and the cremaster muscle releases its hold. Within minutes, the penis regains its usual size and appearance. This shows just how adaptable and resilient the human body is, capable of protecting vital organs while ensuring full recovery once conditions improve. The temporary nature of this response is due to the elasticity of the tissues and the precision of the body's circulatory system. When the penis retracts in response to cold, it is not losing tissue, damaging cells, or undergoing any harmful changes. Instead, the reduction in size is a combination of reduced blood flow, muscle contraction, and retraction by the cremaster muscle. As the body senses warmth, signals are sent through the nervous system to relax these muscles and restore circulation. The result is a natural and rapid return to the normal state. This process highlights the body's ability to respond dynamically to environmental stressors, balancing protection with functionality. It's also helpful to understand why this reversibility is so critical from a biological perspective. The penis and testes are sensitive organs, and prolonged exposure to extreme cold could negatively affect reproductive function if protective mechanisms were not in place. By temporarily reducing blood flow and retracting the penis, the body prevents potential damage. But at the same time, the design ensures that the organ can return to its normal state quickly, preserving sexual and reproductive health. This delicate balance between protection and reversibility is a testament to the sophistication of the human body. Many men may notice that the speed of recovery depends on several factors, including the surrounding temperature, individual metabolism, and even stress levels. For example, if a man moves from a cold outdoor environment into a warm room, the body quickly signals muscles to relax and vessels to expand, restoring normal blood flow. On the other hand, if cold exposure continues for an extended period, the retraction can last longer, but it will still reverse once conditions improve. This adaptability ensures that the body can function optimally in a wide range of environmental conditions without causing permanent harm. Understanding the reversible nature of penis shrinkage also helps reduce unnecessary worry or embarrassment. Many men fear that noticeable changes in size are permanent or indicative of a health issue, but in reality, this is a normal physiological response. Appreciating that the penis is resilient and returns to its usual state reinforces confidence in your body's design. Simple actions like dressing warmly, staying active, or using insulating clothing can minimize the intensity of the shrinkage, but even without intervention, the penis will naturally recover as your core temperature stabilizes. In essence, the temporary shrinkage of the penis in cold weather is not a flaw, but a protective adaptation. The ability of the penis to shrink when needed and return to its normal size highlights the precision of your circulatory and muscular systems. It demonstrates how your body balances protection with recovery, ensuring both survival and reproductive functionality. Every time the penis retracts and then returns to normal, it is a reminder of your body's intelligence, adaptability, and resilience. It is crucial to recognize that penis shrinkage in cold weather is not a sign of weakness, dysfunction, or abnormality. On the contrary, it is a completely normal protective mechanism, one that your body has evolved to ensure survival and reproductive health. Understanding this perspective can completely change the way you view what might otherwise seem like an inconvenient or embarrassing physiological response. When the penis retracts in cold conditions, it is performing a highly sophisticated protective function, combining the effects of vasoconstriction, smooth muscle contraction, and the cremaster reflex to preserve heat and maintain optimal conditions for reproductive organs. The body's primary priority in cold environments is to safeguard vital systems and maintain core temperature. The extremities, including the penis, are considered less immediately essential to survival, so the body temporarily reduces blood flow to these areas. This is not random or accidental. It is a deliberate, highly coordinated response aimed at preventing heat loss and protecting internal organs. The penis, being highly vascular and sensitive, responds prominently to these signals. The shrinkage is not harmful. It is a natural adaptation that ensures your body can continue functioning efficiently even under environmental stress. This protective mechanism also plays an essential role in reproductive health. The tests are highly sensitive to temperature fluctuations, and sperm production requires a relatively narrow range of optimal temperatures. By retracting the penis and drawing the tests closer to the body, the muscles and circulatory system help maintain conditions that support healthy sperm production. In this way, what might seem like an inconvenient reduction in size is actually a sign of your body prioritizing long-term reproductive viability over temporary cosmetic appearance. It's a built-in safeguard, one that ensures your reproductive organs remain functional despite environmental challenges. The normalcy of this mechanism is further reinforced by its universality. Almost all men experience some degree of penis shrinkage when exposed to cold. The degree may vary depending on factors such as genetics, body composition, and overall circulation, but the fundamental response is consistent across the human population. This universality highlights that shrinkage is a standard healthy physiological reaction, not a flaw or an indicator of poor health. Understanding this can help reduce unnecessary anxiety or embarrassment, allowing men to appreciate the body's intelligent design rather than question it. It's also worth noting that this protective mechanism is temporary and reversible, which further underscores its role in maintaining health rather than causing harm. As the body warms, blood flow returns, muscles relax, and the penis resumes its normal size and function. This dynamic response demonstrates the elegance of human biology. The body adapts to immediate environmental conditions while ensuring rapid recovery once the stressor is removed. In practical terms, recognizing penis shrinkage as a normal protective mechanism allows men to approach it with confidence rather than concern. Dressing appropriately for cold weather, staying physically active, and avoiding prolonged exposure to extreme temperatures can reduce the intensity of the response. But even without intervention, your body is perfectly equipped to handle these fluctuations. Shrinkage is not a defect. It is a remarkable example of the body's ability to protect itself, prioritize survival, and preserve reproductive function all at once. Every time it happens, it is a reminder of the incredible sophistication and intelligence built into your physiology. So, gentlemen, the next time you notice your penis shrinking in cold weather, remember this: it is not a flaw, a failure, or something to be embarrassed about. It is a remarkable display of your body's intelligence, a sophisticated combination of vasoconstriction, smooth muscle contraction, and the cremaster reflex, all working together to protect your reproductive health and maintain survival. What may feel inconvenient or awkward is actually a sign that your body is functioning exactly as it should. Understanding these mechanisms gives you confidence and reassurance. You now know that shrinkage is temporary, reversible, and completely natural. Your body has built-in systems to preserve blood flow, protect temperature-sensitive organs, and ensure long-term reproductive function, all without you even thinking about it. By staying mindful of warmth, supporting circulation, and taking care of yourself in cold environments, you are simply helping your body do its job more efficiently. So instead of feeling self-conscious or worried, embrace this as a fascinating example of human biology in action. Your body is intelligent, resilient, and highly adaptive. Every time it responds to the cold, it is demonstrating its precision, its protective instincts, and its commitment to keeping you healthy and reproductively capable. This is biology working perfectly, and now you understand the science behind it. In the end, shrinkage is not something to fear. It's something to respect and appreciate. It is a small but powerful reminder of just how extraordinary your body is. Knowledge is power, and by understanding why this happens, you take control of your perspective, turning an awkward moment into an opportunity to marvel at your own physiology. Stay warm, stay confident, and trust your body. It is always working for you, even when you can't see it.